Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. A new Maui high school that has been sitting vacant for months will finally open after an agreement between the state and Maui County. Governor Josh Green announced that students may be able to attend classes at Kulani High School in Kihei starting in August. The school that costs at least $180 million so far has been stuck in bureaucratic limbo. The State Department of Education failed to build an overpass or underpass as required by a 2013 Land Use Commission decision, meaning the school could not be occupied. Instead, DOE built a roundabout and created a pedestrian safety plan that included crossing guards and shuttles. An elevated crosswalk is now being built, but it will take 3 years to finish. Under the Memorandum of Agreement, the Land Use Commission will issue a temporary certificate of occupancy in exchange for the state's temporary indemnity. While Kulani High School sits empty, students have been attending high school level classes at Lokelani Intermediate School. A 23-year-old man has been charged with the fatal beating of his 64-year-old landlord at an apartment building in the Ala Moana area. Suspect Kendall T. Gray made his initial court appearance this morning after he was charged with second-degree murder on Tuesday. On Sunday, Gray allegedly assaulted Alvin Matsumoto at 620 Sheridan, a 5-story residential building at the corner of Sheridan Street and Kapi'olani Boulevard. Police said that Matsumoto was trying to evict Gray's girlfriend for not paying rent when the altercation occurred. According to court documents, video surveillance footage showed Matsumoto lying on the bottom of a stairway with an unknown man standing over him. Police said the man stomped on Matsumoto's head and chest area multiple times while he lay motionless. Gray allegedly fled the scene in a car after the assault. Matsumoto was taken in critical condition to Queens Medical Center, where he later died. The Federal Reserve continued its fight against high inflation today and is raising its key interest rate by a quarter point. The bump comes amid concerns that higher borrowing rates could make the situation worse for the nation's banking system. In a statement, the central bank signaled that its aggressive series of rate hikes is likely coming to an end. The Fed's policymakers forecast that they expect to raise their key rate just one more time, from its new level today of about 4.9% to 5.1%. That is the same peak level they had projected in December. The benchmark short-term rate has now reached its highest level in 16 years, likely leading to higher costs for many loans. Designed to cool inflation, the Fed's persistent rate hikes have heightened the risk of a recession. The Hawaii Department of Health today reported 5 new coronavirus-related deaths and 513 new infections over the past week. That figure includes reinfections. According to the reported totals, Hawaii's COVID-19 death toll has reached 1,854, and health officials have recorded a total of 381,570 cases since the start of the pandemic. The state's 7-day average of new cases was at 66, down from 74 reported on March 15. The average positivity rate increased to 5.2% from 4.2% last week. There were 5.1 cases per 100,000 people. By island, there were 305 new cases reported on Oahu, 122 on Hawaii Island, 47 on Maui, 29 on Kauai, 3 on Molokai, and 7 infections were reported outside the state. The health department said that 78.7% of Hawaii's population has completed the primary series of COVID vaccinations. 26.6% of those eligible have received the bivalent booster. Stocks fell sharply today even after the Federal Reserve indicated the end may be near for its economy-crunching interest rate hikes. While the rate bumps may be stopping, the Fed doesn't expect to cut rates anytime soon. The S&P 500 fell 1.6% for its first drop in 3 days. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and NASDAQ Composite both shed 1.6%. Some of the sharpest drops came from the banking industry, where investors are worried about the possibility of customers causing more collapses by pulling out their cash. The second and third largest U.S. bank failures in history both occurred in the last 2 weeks. Investors are worried that too much pressure on the banking system could mean fewer loans made to businesses across the country. That could mean less hiring and less economic activity, raising the risk of a recession. The pullback was one of the reasons that the Fed raised its rate by 1/4 percentage point instead of 1/2 point. Today we are at the Hawaii Convention Center for the 3rd annual Hawaii Hotel and Restaurant Show. The event is happening until 5 p.m. today and tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you are in the industry, in the hotel or restaurant business, admission is free, so sign up. And we got the chance to sit with the president and CEO of HLTA, Mufi Hanneman. Aloha, we're here at the Hawaii Convention Center at the 3rd annual Hawaii Restaurant and Hotel Show. And I am sitting next to former Honolulu Mayor and President and CEO of HLTA, Mufi Hanneman. Mahalo for being here.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, why do you think this expo is super important for the industry?
I think for 2 reasons. Number one, it shows that Hawaii is capable of hosting large, important meetings, trade shows. And we're doing it right here in Hawaii. So you don't have to go to the mainland, you don't have to go to Asia. You can do it right here. That's number one. And it's an opportunity to bring together every aspect of the industry together, where best practices can be shared, the latest in technology, apps, resources, food, beverages, what have you. And I think the second thing is that this is the kind of traveler that we want to see come here. It's the business traveler who's going to stay longer, going to be respectful of our culture, spend lots of kala so that money circulates around in the economy. So I call this March Madness, happening the next 2 days here.
This is the March Madness. Yes. It's the Hawaii's March Madness.
That's right.
Well, mahalo. Thank you so much for being here, and we appreciate all that you do for HLTA.
Absolutely.
For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
I was able to earn my master's degree in 6 months at WGU. The competency-based learning made all the difference in the world because I was able to apply what I already know and move through those courses faster.